Quick economics on the Lewis model. The Lewis model essentially is a strategy aimed towards achieving growth and development. The idea was started by Professor Arthur Lewis in the 1950s and is still relevant today. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick, brief explanation of how it works and how it can lead to growth or development. So the idea really is what you're trying to do. Professor Lewis noticed that the agricultural sector had a large number of workers. They had a lot of workers and they had very, very small land. And what he found was that it was overcrowded. You didn't need so many workers. So why not take some of the workers that were surplus to requirements in the agricultural sector, take them away into the modern day sector, train them, let them become more productive, and they can achieve and they can help contribute towards economic growth. So that's essentially what it was about. This could be highlighted really well by this diagram. Patrick Holdberg, this is the diagram for Patrick Holdberg. His link is below, so if you want to have a look at his video, you can. And let me explain how this works. This is the output. This is in the agricultural sector. This is the output of all these workers. Now let's assume you have 5 workers here. They achieve this amount of output. They're working on the farms, achieve this amount of output. Then what do you notice? It levels off. Output does not increase anymore. So between 5 and 10 workers, these workers are now surplus to requirements. They're not actually achieving any output. So take them away, take them into the modern day sector, train them in technology, train them in different aspects, let them contribute towards economic growth. And how this can be shown is in the next diagram. Here, this represents the wages in the modern day sector. This supply line represents the elastic supply. In other words, there's an unlimited supply of workers. That's one of the assumptions, unlimited supply of workers, and that's why this line is this way, this shape, okay? It's horizontal. Now, this is the amount of profits earned in the modern day sector, but this is the wage that they pay. So this amount here represents, this triangle here represents profits. This profits will be reinvested. You get more workers, you train them, get more skills. Output's going to increase and increase and increase, and therefore you're going to achieve economic growth. And also for the workers, they're going to also contribute towards development because they're going to have access to education. They're going to have life expectancy is going to increase. Also, don't forget, they're also going to send money back to the traditional sector where their families are, and the families are going to have more money, and therefore they're going to have access, better health, better this, better that, and that's how development will also occur. Now, there's been a number of criticisms on the Lewis model. In other words, the fact is, the workers is based on the assumption of surplus workers. You're going to pick these workers up from the agricultural sector all the time and train them in the modern day sector. So there's an assumption there that the workers are going to be surplus. Also, another major assumption is that the entrepreneurs are going to reinvest all their money all the time. They're not going to go and buy holiday homes in Barbados, take their profits and go to Barbados. They're going to keep reinvesting. That's a massive assumption to make. So also the economists have criticized, some of the economists criticized the fact that international trade was ignored. But whatever you say, it is still very relevant to this day. There are countries that have dual sectors. There have situations where people will leave the traditional sector, go over to the modern day industry, and then send money back, and then help to achieve development and stuff like that. It's going on now, maybe not to the massive scale. So this is still very relevant despite its being back in the 50s. So this is the Lewis model. Hopefully you understand it, and smash the like button, and I'll give you a few more of these short videos. Thank you. Bye bye.